I don't know about submitting to some woman just because she said she likes you. That is a sure way to get her to stop liking you. All right, welcome back to the party, everybody. This is Morty, and I am your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Let's party, guys. It is another episode of It's Complicated. You know the drill. Man on the street interviews and lots of good questions. Let's dive right into it.
Why are men taught how to treat women, but women aren't taught how to treat men?
Because men are supposed to earn attention from women, while women are born with what gets attention from men.
Ooh, that is intriguing. I guess growing up, I'm in my 50s now, there was always a stigma about, being a gentleman or being a young lady as well. But for
Those days were gone.
some reason, you're right. There was always the men who were taught how to, hold the door open for a woman, be chivalrous and sacrifice yourself. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's interesting that women are not taught the same thing, but then again, men aren't taught necessarily how to dress and groom themselves as well as some ladies are.
Can you define chivalry?
No. That's just being polite. Like, I don't know, just holding the door open.
Fair enough.
That stuff.
It's interesting how obviously we'll see as the video goes on, but the women, you would expect them to have a perfect idea of what they want in this realm of chivalry. It's interesting to see that they don't, or at least they didn't.
I don't want to sound misogynistic here, but just a guy doing the manly things for a girl.
Chivalry is, do you know what, I think it applies to both genders now with this day and age, but chivalry.
No, that's feminism. That's the feminism talking. Well, it's both genders. Both genders have to be chivalrous. I mean, both genders should be polite and kind to other people, but chivalry is specifically in the confines of dating or not even necessarily date, but yeah, it's specifically in the realm of dating.
Traditionally, it is a guy opening a door for a woman,
Right.
a guy letting the woman sit down at the table first. It is a guy being a gentleman.
I cannot stand her tattoos. Like, I'm tattooed up. I don't mind women who have tattoos, but like, what are you doing? We got there's a little Batman symbol over here, these over here, just a line, no thought to placement. Come on, girl, what are you doing? You see, this is how it goes. Look good. Sorry. Got away from me for a sec.
True gentleman.
Men being gentlemen and properly dressed and holding the door, but it's more than that. It's in the things that you might not see every day.
Yes.
It's taking the trash out without being asked. It's going out and mowing the grass or making plans for your significant other without it even being a special occasion. I think chivalry is really just being a decent, upstanding person and treating someone like they're the most important thing in the world to you.
In the confines of dating. But I wonder if the question is going to come up, what is the difference between simping and being chivalrous?
What are your thoughts on the following list of expressions? Ladies first, ladies night, happy wife, happy life, never keep a lady waiting, women are special, women are queens, women are the prize, women are always right, placing women on a pedestal, and it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind.
That's a lot.
Those are really old school terms. Well,
A woman can always change her mind is old school. Is it though?
1950s type woman. We're in a different world now. I smoke weed. I hit the bong. I'll shotgun faster than you.
So you don't think any of those still apply?
Some of them do, but I don't think that women should be held at a higher standard than men.
Or a.
I mean, is that holding women to a higher standard or a higher status?
No, I feel like.
Aren't they all products of chivalry?
Yup.
wow. Wow. Yes, they are. I agree to that statement. Yes.
All right.
Would you consider chivalry to be a female privilege?
Yes.
Ooh, we're getting personal.
Say yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
there
yeah.
you go.
I feel like because girls never return it. It's always the guy.
You don't see women holding doors open for men. You don't see a lot of women asking a guy out and then taking him out and picking up the check.
So is chivalry sexist?
Ooh. I don't know, because if you're traditional, then it's just tradition. But yeah.
The world is sexist, baby. The world is sexist. Guys, can I ask you a huge favor? The Discord is open. The link is in the bio. It is free to join. It's where we're hanging out every single day. And after every live show, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we go right into the Discord server to hang out in the live voice room where you get to talk with me and everybody else. You're not just in a chat. You're actually in there. Check it out. Join in. We have a good time. We have a good time. Come and check it out.
I mean, I guess some would say.
If chivalry is about being polite, wouldn't it be polite for women to do all those same things for men?
It definitely would be polite, but it depends on your relationship. Some men like to be the man and take that dominant role and take care of their woman. So
It gives him the opportunity to
get sex?
No.
That was good.
Sex, no.
That was
So
good.
yeah, it may give him sex. However, it gives him the opportunity to provide and be that strong man for the woman that he is dating.
To be a slave.
He's extra spicy today. He's extra spicy. Usually he's just kind of, offering up the questions, but he's poking the bear a little bit. I like it.
Wow, no.
Or be a simp.
maybe like a couple of notches down from a simp, but yes, a simp.
I told you we were going to come into this. Where's that intersection between chivalry and being a simp?
What is the difference between being a chivalrous gentleman and being a simp?
I did not watch this before. I'm being 100% honest with you. I did not watch it before.
For me, the difference is pretty much knowing whether or not you are actually wanted in the situation.
Everybody think being a simp is a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to me.
It's not a bad thing to you, honey. It's a bad thing for us. I think the difference is there is simping is, so let's say your natural inclination is to hold the door open for people in general. Then when you're on a date, you continue that behavior. That is chivalrous behavior. If you would not do that, but you're specifically doing it to impress a woman, that I think is where it gets a little squirrely. If you're just somebody who would never open the door for anybody, you're like, oh, let me get the door for you. Oh, okay, let me do this. Let me pull your chair out. Let me do this. Let me open your car door. Then you're getting into simp territory because you're not being yourself. You're not being authentic. You're not being honest. You should want to do those things because those are the nice, right things to do. You should want to be a nice guy, not a nice guy, but a good man.
I can't really answer that question because being a simp is not a bad thing to me. I mean, if you care about your woman, that's not a bad thing.
I told somebody that they were giving me too much and that they were being a simp when I was not fully interested, and I had displayed that to them.
When she displayed it. So she is showing that I am not receptive to this behavior. Other women might be receptive to this behavior, and they may find it chivalrous. But because I've shown you, not because I feel this way, because I've shown you that I don't want, that it's not working on me, stop doing it. Now that you're continuing to try to convince me, you can't convince women to be attracted to you. That's not a rational, it's not a logical thing. It's an emotional thing. So don't try to convince women to be attracted to you. You do the things that you do, and you win some and you lose some.
And so for him to have continued to buy me stuff, I feel like that is kind of what made him a simp in comparison to someone who is just being chivalrous.
Right. And so even talking about buying stuff, if you are somebody who has means and you would, you're just buying stuff anyway, I mean, that's another conversation as to whether or not you should be doing it. But if that's how you are, I think that's the crux of it. Is this who you are, or are you doing this specifically for a woman or for women in general?
A lot of people believe that chivalry is just about being polite, like holding the door open, but chivalry is also part of guys getting down on one knee and proposing to a woman, guys being expected to kind of pay a woman's way on a date, things like that, right? If chivalry is about being polite, wouldn't it be polite for women to do all those same things for men?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Then why don't they?
I do.
Okay. But why do you
Because
think
we're
that?
already held at a different standard anyways. It's nothing against the actual men, but if our government wants to act like we're not as important as...
What? The government is saying that you're not as important as men?
What?
Show me that law.
men, then you should do the fucking work.
I can't, if I want an abortion and I can't get one somewhere.
Keep your legs closed. Oh, no, but that's men's fault. Come on.
Open my fucking door for me.
So all guys should pay for the mistakes of a few men who make the laws?
No.
Or the mistakes of you. Unless you are paid, you made that decision to put yourself in a situation where you might need abortion.
No.
But that's the world we live in, and we don't pick and choose, so.
When you're on a date, who should pay?
Oh, I hope they go through this whole clip. I've seen this before. If you guys haven't, it is brilliant.
We're dating.
But here's the
gentleman here.
You're supposed to pay.
He's supposed to pay.
Yeah.
It would be nice. I would love.
There was a whole thing there. I wonder if I could find that. If anybody knows where that clip is from, I could put it in the comments. I would love you forever. I will shout you out when I do the reaction because it is a great video. But he just completely turns it on her. It's some type of seminar where all these women are going like, why can't I get a husband? And they're all exactly what you would think. And they have no idea why. Complete lack of self-awareness.
Love to have a woman come up to me and say, you know what? I want to take you out to dinner. I'm going to pay for it myself. And you know what? If you play your cards right, you might get lucky. Wouldn't that be fantastic? I would even submit to that if women wanted to take the lead. All
right. Well, you can't take it too far, bro. Even if they come up to you, yes, it would be lovely to just call it catcalling. It would be nice. It would be nice just to get that attention. But I don't know about submitting to some woman just because she said she likes you. That is a sure way to get her to stop liking you. Coming from personal experience, that is the best way to get her to stop liking you.
Is chivalry dead?
Yes.
Yup.
Who killed it?
Women.
Feminism?
Yup.
Why do some women find chivalry patronizing while other women expect it?
Because they're so into the feminism where they can't understand what's the equilibrium. They're so far up into one side or the other. It's an equal balance here.
The fact that this is now the 21st century and everything's so modernized and it's not the way it was before. And if a guy tries to help a woman, they might perceive that as they think I can't do this myself.
You think that I can't do it for myself, especially when some people offer it in the way that they think that someone can't do it for themselves.
I opened the car door for them and they're like, thank you. Then I've gone out with women that I go to open the car door and they're like, what are you doing?
I don't need no man. And that's part of the issue too, is that women have different things, but they all act like there is a set in stone way to behave. It doesn't work like that. Y'all are all different and you think you're all the same.
So I guess this goes back to the simplicity of men versus the complexity of women. If you ask a man what another man's thinking, if a woman comes up to me and says, my boyfriend said this and this was the situation, I can tell her with some degree of accuracy what he's thinking and why he did what he did. Ask a woman the same thing. My girlfriend did. She can't tell you. She has no idea why. Women can't even figure out other women. How are we supposed to be able to figure out women?
If the definition of lady is not serving a man, why is the definition of a gentleman to serve a woman?
Well, because the government some 100 years ago decided that men should be on top of women. And we didn't make these roles. We didn't make the narratives.
Oh, yeah. And I did. Me, as a 33-year-old man in 2023, made those rules. This is the patriarchy argument. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Most men have been oppressed. Most men in history have been oppressed just as people were oppressed way more than anyone of today. So there might be slight, differences in this case and that case. But what are you talking about? This is straight up feminist brainwashing.
What's the difference between feminist women shaming men for being men and traditional women shaming men for not being real men?
Nothing.
It's not really different. Shame is shame.
Shame is shame. And if you're a man, you can get it from both sides, either way, any way to Sunday. There's nothing you can do that is not only able to be shamed, but the social norm is that it's totally fine to do so. It's okay. You're just a man. Man up. But then if you're, stoic and in control of your feelings, well, you're being toxically masculine. You need to let your emotions out.
What?
How are we supposed to know what to do? What is it that y'all want?
If you're a feminist and that's your ideals and what you believe in, of course you're going to gripe and complain that, about men in one regard. And if you're a woman that has strong opinions in the other direction, you're probably going to complain in the opposite way that men aren't masculine enough. And that's why people get together, and that's why some couples work out and some couples don't.
Why do some women find chivalry patronizing when other women expect it?
I have no idea because I'm the woman who expects it.
What's the difference between chivalry and manners?
Just being a polite person, but I guess chivalry is kind of like has that gender tone under it.
It's the dating context. It's about being polite and all that stuff in the context of dating.
Of being a man means you have to be civil.
If women have been...
Did she just say you have to be civil? She didn't just say that, right? She didn't say you have to be civil, right?
Tone under it. Of being a man means you have to be civil.
Ah, she said you have to be civil. Oh, that's not a word, honey. Is that a word? I don't think that's a word. If that's a word, let me know, because otherwise, that is hilarious. It's civil. You have to be civil. The word is chivalrous.
If women have been historically oppressed, where did the expression ladies first come from?
Huh. That's a good question for Wikipedia.
What? I'm not sure where it comes from. I mean, I was raised off you treat a woman as if she's on top of the world.
Weren't we all?
Maybe that was the beginning of feminism right there. Ladies first. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
How can a society that always places women first be called a patriarchy?
Based.
I give up on your question.
If there was some unwritten law that
There you
black people
go.
had to open the door or give up their seat, would that be racist?
Yes.
Yes.
So why is it when that same unwritten law is applied to men, it's not sexist?
It's applied to women too.
As well. Yeah.
What? It does not apply to women. It is specifically for a man to get up to give his seat to a woman. You're trying to say that it's a rule for women to give up their seat for other women?
What?
Well, I mean, aren't men typically ones expected to give up their seat and hold the door?
Yes.
Not technically.
Not today, but I mean, historically they were.
Historically they were, but historically
historical times either.
Okay,
also
one at a time.
we did have to give up our seats as well too. So, I mean,
Right, but I'm saying men were more like...
I would guarantee you every dollar in my bank account that neither of these women has ever given up a seat anywhere for anyone. Give me a break.
likely to give up their seat for a woman.
I've never seen it.
Show me which one of you is going to be a gentleman. Why? Why are you not being a gentleman? Why? Why? Why are you not being a gentleman to me?
The lack of self-awareness.
Be a gentleman to me. I'm a lady and I deserve it.
Do you though, ma'am? Do you though?
What did I do to you that I caused you to not be a gentleman to me? I don't
Scream
even
in my
know
face,
you.
maybe?
I don't even know you.
Honestly, men have made that standard for themselves. And women don't ask you exactly to give them your seat at the time. It's
right. Exactly. You didn't have to be asked because we were being kind to you. But then you took that over and got entitled as if you deserve the seat. And so we had to have it enshrined in law that we are all equal under the law, because once y'all got all the rights, you still wanted more.
going to be like, if you get on a bus, you're going to see, please stand up and offer your seat for disabled people, but you won't see that for, you know, women and children or anything. And so I feel like men do that to themselves. If they wanted to give up their seats for women, that is completely on them.
What?
Wow. Wow. I don't know, guys. Let me know. Is chivalry dead? Or did it get killed by feminists? Either way, I don't think it's still alive, but let me know if you disagree. Once again, check out the Discord server, guys. We are trying to grow that, and a lot of cool people over there, always bustling. Come on over. Link is in the description. Thank you so much for partying with us. Once again, this is Morty, and I have been your host, Lutch, a.k.a. the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Check me out live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Until then, we are out of here. Peace.